Hello everyone, and welcome to this tutorial about the Node Settings tab, a common feature among all the moltosenso Network Manager releases. Once the device has been correctly detected, we will first select one of the nodes connected to the serial ports of our computer by clicking on its name. By selecting it, the node is set as the current device. This displays the node information in the lower pane and also enables new tabs at the top, including the Node Settings tab. After clicking on the Node Settings tab, we will have here the list of available nodes in the upper pane. Let's click on the available node, populating the parameters or @ commands, supported by the specific firmware of the plug node and their default values in the lower pane. On the right, there are buttons available to perform actions on the parameters of the nodes. In order to retrieve the current value stored on the node, we need to perform a getAll action. It is also possible to retrieve the current value of each single parameter. Let's take as an example the baud rate parameter. After clicking on baud rate, click on the Get button so that we have retrieved the current value, that is 7. Then we can perform a getAll action and see the status bar at the bottom that progresses until 100% when all the parameters have been retrieved. Now, let's change the value of one of the parameters. Let's take, as an example, the node identifier, NI. Let's click on it and then modify the label on the right by writing the new name, new_name. Finally, click on the Set button. The new value now has become the current value for that parameter, confirmed by performing another getAll and noticing that the value remains the same. In this specific case, the node identifier is reproduced also in the upper pane, where we can notice that it is changed as well. It is also possible to set several parameters at once. For example, we can change the I/O governed by the parameter D3 so that it acts as an ADC, while the parameter D2 can be set to be a digital input. Then, by performing setAll, we performed the action on all modified parameters. Note that all the procedures described for the local node can be performed for each remote node connected within the network. By selecting Network Discovery, we will find the nodes the local node is wirelessly connected to. After selecting the router, the second node, we can use the getAll action to obtain values by means of a series of packet exchanges between the local node and the address node. It is worth mentioning that both the set and setAll actions do not permanently write the values on the volatile memory of the node, meaning that if we unplug the node from the current, the parameter value returns to the original one. If we need to write the value on the non-volatile memory, we need to change the parameter of interest, then click on the Set or setAll button, and finally, we must click on the Write Permanently button. In this way, even if the node will be unplugged from the current, it will maintain the last stored value for that parameter. There is an important functionality that allows the user to create a temporary queue of set actions to be performed for a certain number of parameters on the node. These set actions will not be applied until an apply changes AC command or a non-queuable command is issued. For example, let's change the value for the baud rate from 3 to 7. We need to change it on the right window, then check the enqueue option, and finally, click on the Set button.